When you really start paying attention to successful people, you notice something strange. It's almost never the smartest person in the room who wins. It's rarely the most talented, and almost never the one with the best starting point. The people who actually rise, they operate with a completely different psychology, a different way of interpreting the world, handling challenges, and making decisions. By the end of this video, you'll understand the psychological patterns successful people use, so you can use them too. These frameworks that change how you think, how you act, and what you attract. So let's break it down in a way you can actually use. 1. Successful people don't wait to become the person. They act from the identity first. Most people tell themselves, when I make money, I'll be confident. When I get opportunities, I'll take myself seriously. When I finally succeed, then I'll believe in myself. Successful people flip that. They start behaving like the future version of themselves now. Not arrogantly, but intentionally. Because identity comes before results. You grow into who you think you are. The main point here is, if you shift your identity first, your behavior automatically follows and results come faster. 2. They are comfortable with discomfort. Almost nobody else is. People think success is glamorous, but the journey to success is extremely uncomfortable. Making decisions with no guarantee, getting rejected, taking risks, feeling unprepared, feeling alone, failing publicly, starting over. The average person avoids these feelings. Successful people don't enjoy discomfort. They just understand it comes with growth. So instead of running from it, they build tolerance for it. The point here is, you stop interpreting discomfort as a signal to quit and start seeing it as a proof you're on the right path. 3. They protect their energy more than their time. We've all heard, time is your most valuable asset. But that's not true. Your energy is. Because if you're drained, insecure, scattered, or mentally foggy, you can have all the time in the world and still get nothing done. Successful people know who drains them, what wastes their mental bandwidth, which environment kills their creativity, which habits lower their energy, and they eliminate those ruthlessly. What I'm trying to say here is, once you optimize your energy, productivity becomes effortless. You'll get more done in 2 focused hours than most people do in 10. 4. They are brutally honest with themselves. Many people sugarcoat their reality. They tell themselves, I'm trying, I'm being consistent, I'm working on it. Meanwhile, they aren't tracking anything, aren't improving, and aren't being objective. Successful people operate differently. They want the truth, even if it stings. They ask themselves, what am I pretending not to see? What needs to change? Where am I lying to myself? It's not self-criticism. It's clarity. And clarity saves years. The message here is for you to know that self-awareness becomes your competitive advantage. You stop repeating old mistakes and start making real progress. 5. They play a long-term game in a world full of short-term thinkers. One of the most underrated truths, the long-term game has almost no competition. Most people give up after 2 weeks of trying, a few rejections, a small setback, or not seeing fast results. Successful people expect the process to take time, so when others quit, they're still moving. The patience compounds. And eventually, it looks like overnight success. The point here is, you learn patience as a strategy, not a wish. And suddenly the path to your goals becomes quieter and easier because fewer people even stay long enough to compete. 6. They look for leverage, not effort. Average thinking asks, how can I work harder? Successful thinking asks, how can I make action multiply? That's leverage. It could be a skill that earns more, system that save time, people who help you scale, technology that automates, distribution that exposes your work, money that earns money. Effort creates progress. Leverage creates transformation. The moment you stop relying on effort alone, your entire life speeds up. 7. They understand success is emotional before it's logical. If you've ever wondered why some people succeed even when nothing is in their favor, it's because they have a strong emotional driver, not motivation that fades. I'm talking about a life they're running from, a promise they're keeping, a vision that feels bigger than fear, a standard they refuse to lower, a moment that changed them forever. That emotional fire becomes endurance. It becomes discipline. It becomes identity. The idea here is that once you understand your emotional reason, you stop needing motivation. You become self-propelled. If there's one thing you can take from this video, let it be this. Success isn't random. It's psychological. Change your inner world, and your outer world has no chance but to follow. And the moment you shift your identity, your energy, your honesty, and your level of tolerance for discomfort, you automatically separate yourself from 99% of people. That's the hidden psychology nobody talks about. But the people who win, they live by it.